Hello everyone. It has been a while. It's been about 5 years since my last video. However, I wanted to come and give an update regarding my son and his hyperspadia. It has been about 5 years since my last video, and it's been several years now because my son is 5. However, I just wanted to give you guys an update because based on the last video that I did, I've been contacted by a lot of parents whose kids have hyperspadia as well, and they wanted to just to get an update on how as far as how my son is doing. And so I wanted this to be more informative and try to be more consistent with the videos that I post because I realized that I am not the only one that's going through this, or my child is not the only one that's going through this. There's so many other parents out there who are experiencing the exact same thing as it pertains to their child. And so, just to give you guys a refresher, my last video, my son had his first surgery in 2016, where they created the new urethra for him. Again, the meatus or the pee hole for him was right in the middle, and they had to use his foreskin to create a new urethra and bring it up to the top. Now, the first urologist that did that surgery did notice that the pee hole seemed a little bit smaller than usual, and so she wanted to do another surgery, which she did. However, during the process of testing it while he was under, they realized that even though the hole might seem at the time seem small, but they noticed that it was okay, so they didn't even bother to touch it, right? So fast forward now to 2019, another urologist that I brought him to, he noticed the exact same thing and had concerns and wanted to at least go in and kind of slit the pee hole a little bit to kind of open it up to help him when it comes to urinating, because he is, even to this very day, still having seepage when he urinates. When that urologist went in to do the surgery, he also noticed that even though the hole seemed small, when they tested it, I think they call it I forgot the term that they use, the medical term that they use. Anyway, when he tested it, he said it was fine. Right? I was a little bit kind of, in a sense, apprehensive because I didn't want to put him through that again. Because the thing with hyperspadia is one of those things wherein it's like a hit or miss type of thing. It never 100%, the surgery never 100% cures or fixes the problem, right? And so fast forward now to 2023, another urologist again wants to operate on there. I don't know. I guess it was the same issue. She had issues with the pee hole being too small and so forth. But I did let her know that the two previous urologists took him under to have surgery and realized that it was fine. So I didn't want to put him through that again, even though to this very day, the pee stream, it is tiny, right? And it's not straight. It kind of slants to the left. And he does have a little bit of seepage through through the original hole. However, I am reluctant and putting him through that again because it's not 100%, right? And the thing with hyperspadia is if they go in and rupture what was initially created, then they will have to do another surgery, get skin from his lip or from any other part of the body to do another one. And again, it's not 100%. So to me, I had to stop and think like, okay, so do I continue to put him through this to avoid the stigma of not being able to stand up and pee like other boys, or just let him sit down and pee and still being able to go, right? So those are the things that I had to think about. So it's more or less like stigma. Oh, because what they told us was, oh, when he's in school and you see all the other boys standing up to pee and he can't do that, then it's going to do something to him emotionally and he might get bullied and stuff like that. But I'm like, okay, I rather him sit down and pee because he has to sit down to do a number two anyway, right? So why even bother? Even to this very day, my son prefers sitting down to pee for some reason. So it's just one of those things that I had to think about. Like, do I put him through that again just to avoid stigma, right? But then keep having surgeries on top of surgeries and surgeries just to avoid stigma. So I don't know. It's just one of those things that we had to think about, and I think right now we have chosen not to put him through it anymore. Possibly when he gets a little bit older, if that's something that he wants to do, then that's fine. But I do ask him on a regular basis, are you having any discomfort? Are you feeling any kind of pain? And he would say no, right? I know over the years, though, one of the things that he has seemed to have a lot is UTIs. And based upon what I've read online, whenever you have any issue with hyperspadia and have had the surgery, that's one of those things that you have to experience, UTIs. However, so far, so good. He hasn't had any in the last, say, probably last year, and he's been doing good. So I just try to make sure that he drinks a lot of fluid, and his system is clear. He's not constipated or anything like that, because that's when that can also be a contributing factor of the UTI. So that's just something to look for. But as parents, we just have to be very mindful and be aware of our children, especially our boys, when they do have hyperspadia. Ask questions and just observe when you're going to the bathroom and different stuff like that. And ask them questions to see, hey, how are you feeling? Does this feel okay to you? What the case may be. But for now, though, we're choosing not to do another surgery, because again, it's not 100%. It's a hit or miss type of situation, and it's a lot to put them through, right? I have read online where other parents have said that their kids are teenagers and they've gone through like 10 surgeries, right? And the issue still hasn't been fixed. So it's just one of those things that do I want to keep putting him through that? For what? Just to avoid, that stigma. He can easily go to the bathroom, close the door, and no one knows whether you're sitting or standing, right? So it's just one of those things that, we have to think about. And so to me, it's like, it's not like a life and death type of thing. So again, when he gets older, this is something that he wants to do, that's fine. But as for now, he's still going. He still has a little bit of seepage, but there's nothing that we can't like deal with. So I just do want to encourage any parent out there whose kid is going through the exact same thing. It's just something that you have to observe and make that decision. But again, it's not 100%. And I guarantee you, if you do the first surgery and you decide to go back and do another one, 9 times out of 10, you have to do several more, right? And just do your research, do your homework, go online. There are a lot of parents out there who, again, put their stories out there. So just listen and see what they've gone through, and then try to make the best decision for your child based on that. But fingers crossed that after the first surgery, everything would be well. Again, every situation is different, but for my child, everything is not 100%. But for now, we just want to try as much as possible to just try to keep him healthy, do whatever we can, be observant, but at the same time, let him take the lead in terms of how he's feeling health wise, and if this is something that he wants to, go through again. Until next time, until the next video, see you guys and take care. Oh, by the way, be sure to feel free to leave your comments about your story, or whatever you want to contribute. We are open. I want us to be an open dialogue or informative type of platform where we all can learn from each other, because again, no child is perfect, right? And we all deal with different issues. But I know for my child as a preemie, he has dealt with a lot of other health issues health wise, and I'm going to try to put those on other upcoming videos to keep you guys informed. All right, talk to you later. Bye bye.